Hello, hello. Welcome
Hello.
back. We're back.
We are back.
Finally. After
And I'm black.
True, but you were black in the last season too.
I was. That's true.
I got glasses now. Because
Yeah.
I'm blind, I can't see anything.
Yeah.
Which honestly, you know what's funny is I can now like actually see the logos and stuff on the cameras. Because
That's crazy that you
like-
did not need glasses this whole time.
No, well, like my vision just got worse and worse as time went on because I wouldn't wear my contacts. And I went to the eye doctor and was like, "Yeah, dude, you might as well just get sunglasses. You might as well just get glasses." I was like,
How's the glasses like? Before we even start.
honestly,
Before we even start.
I've only been in it for about a week now.
Yeah.
Gonna be real here. I see the hype. I see the hype behind getting glasses because like the thing is instead of like having to take them like go like this and get my whole contact out.
You don't think you look like a nerd?
Oh no, I mean if people think that, I don't mind it. I
Yeah,
mean I
yeah.
like these glasses. I feel like these frames kind of fit.
Yeah.
But like if like let's say like I'm going to bed,
Mm-hmm.
where if you had to can put a contact in or take it out, you have to like.
You gotta close your book first, and then you know,
Right,
the book
whereas-
you're reading, and then
Whereas I got glasses.
take your pills or whatever.
Easy as that. Plus, they're just nice, honestly, because I don't know. It's something more about having a physical thing on your face reflect like magnifying
Yeah.
like the way you see things. It's just so much easier. I'm
Well-
probably going to just go into detail, but that's a conversation for another day.
We've been gone a while, man.
We have been gone a while.
We've been in the where have you been?
I have mostly been in Fort Smith.
You've been in Portsmouth?
I've just been chilling here, not doing much. I did go camping for a week though,
Mm.
and that was crazy.
Well, I went to Babylon.
Really?
Yeah, right after I got superhuman powers, so I've been trying to figure out how to deal with that. You know how that goes.
I got you.
Had a kid,
Did Brayden
wife and child, two of them actually.
Did Brayden help you with your superpowers?
Oh well, yeah. He's the one that got me. He got me connected in, so
Oh, he
knows the guy.
He knows the
Let's
guy
just
that
say
knows
that
the guy.
he knows the guy.
Had a little bit of violence,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
But I mean, on the real, I've been chilling, man. I mean, just usually what I always do. Been making money.
Trying to best keep the paper going.
As much as I can, at least.
As much as I can.
I mean, we're here for another semester of what do we want to call it? It's not hell, but it's what's right in between hell and
It's like walking
Yes.
on soggy carpet.
like
We're in the-
wet
we're
socks, like wet socks
Just
walking
like
puddles.
an inconvenience, and it's just, but
Yeah,
at the
but
same time you
can
get used
deal
to
with
it.
it.
We
Yeah,
can
you
deal
get
with
used
it.
to it. Oh yeah.
That's a weird
What a
metaphor
good
to use.
description.
I know, but like, I mean, I feel like we definitely got some new stuff in store for this new season. Would we call this a new season? This
Oh,
is
yeah, season 3.
Season 3?
Yeah, beginning of season 3.
We got some stuff in the works for season 3.
Of course
We're gonna
we
try
do.
to bring you a wide range of content. Not a super
We
wide
also
range.
have a collab coming with a certain. I haven't told you yet. I'll tell you
Oh,
later. We have a
the
collab
collab.
coming with a certain podcast.
Ooh.
But that's for later.
That's for later.
First of all, what have you been up to, man?
So I have really, all this summer long, I tried to work on like staying on top of things, learning more graphic design skills, connecting more with my friends, and just overall like kind of getting a better mindset
Yeah.
of everything. And I worked with the Boys and Girls Club that we got here. That taught me that's got me a patience. Wow, I cannot talk. That's my mistake. That helped me learn about having patience because you're dealing with little kids. And,
Yeah.
You know, you gotta have a lot of patience dealing with kids, and that helped.
You
That
don't
helped
still
me.
work there, do you?
I still I'm like temporarily there
Mm.
because of the Walmart driver thing that I'm doing,
Yeah.
which that's a really good career path. Y'all should try that out.
Yeah.
Easy money, basically DoorDash, but
money.
not sponsored by Walmart. But I have that kind of like as a backup job
Mhm.
in the sense of like it's like I originally left and then I came back because they were like, listen, you didn't technically resign.
Right.
You just kind of like left.
That's
But
how
we-
bro. So like, not to interrupt you, but
No,
I
you're
just
good.
found out because I used to work. I was working at Kohl's like
Mm.
right before the summer ended, and I get an email during the middle of the summer saying, "Blah blah 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 blah. We have decided to terminate your employment because I mean I haven't been there in 3 months."
Right.
And I told the people I was like, "Hey, I'll be gone during the summer." Blah blah blah. I didn't really think they heard it, but
Mm-hmm.
I got that email, and then I literally got a letter like a week ago in here that, hey, this is Kohl's HR telling you that we don't know if you still want to work with us. If you do, just let us know. But if not, just don't say anything, and we're going to assume you're leaving. That I got fired, bro.
So
I thought they fired me.
well, I guess that's
They
like
terminated me.
yeah. I guess it would be terminated. So wait, you told them originally? You said
I told him originally, and I think I asked off for like 3 months straight. And
Right.
then in the middle of the summer, because bro, with places like that, there's like 60 people being hired. So
Right.
you tell them one thing, they're like half-ass listening anyway. They're like halfway.
They don't really
They're
care.
like, okay, yeah, got you.
Like,
cool,
yeah. Anyway.
So that's why I soon happened, because during the middle of the summer, I got an email saying, hey, you haven't been here in like a few months. We're just going to assume that we're going to give you your termination because, you know, we're assuming you're just not working in schedule.
Mm.
Then 2 months later, they're like, hey,
Hey, you
aren't you still up?
I don't know how to tell you this, but your desk's been empty for like 2 months. That's so weird.
Nah, man, I got a better job now. I like my
No,
job
yeah,
now.
of course.
So-
You know what I bet happened? They were like looking around, like one of the managers was like trying to find you. They're like, yeah, he's working this shift. But,
Yeah.
And they're like looking around, like, where's he been? And then someone like coworker says like, I don't know, he's been gone for like 2 months. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. He hasn't worked here in like 2 months. He asked off, and they're like, no, he didn't. And that's when they sent you that letter. That's so funny though. But you're liking your new job, you said?
Yeah, I like new job, fast pace.
Mhm.
Let's just say I make chicken. I'll just say that.
Hmm.
Hey man, fast paced job. I'm used to it. The coworkers are cool. The days are flexible, so like I got time to actually do stuff in college now,
Mm.
or just hang out or like have free time. You know what I'm saying? While
Yeah.
still making a good amount of money.
Which that's
I'm
definitely a
enjoying
big pro because a lot of the jobs, like before I left my original job, a lot of the jobs I worked for, I made sure to make sure the hours were actually flexible
Yeah.
and that like time off you didn't have to ask in like 3 months time.
Mm.
Because like the way we did it at my old job is like you would ask, and if they were like no, you would have to get someone to cover your shift.
Mm.
And that's how we did it for a while because it was fair. The
Yeah.
person that asks off, like they have to ask, hey, I need to fill this shift. Can you work for me?
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. That helped me a ton.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, bro, just having that as a job is like security. You feel secure. You don't gotta feel
Yeah.
like you're a hindrance every time you really just want to ask off for something you probably need off anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a good thing, but
That's good. Is the teamwork factor definitely there?
oh yeah, of course. They
Like,
like
you belong with
preach
everyone.
communicate. So we're always like yelling. Like basically the way working there is, you always like yelling stuff at your coworkers. So
Right.
they let them know that hey, we got this people coming in. We need this amount of stuff. Blah 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 blah. It's cool. I like it.
That's cool. That's awesome. I honestly, like I said before, if the spark truck driver thing doesn't work out, I'll definitely go there.
Yeah.
Just because like I also enjoy environments like where it's like everything moves nicely. Communication is good.
Yeah.
The job itself isn't too tedious, and you
Yeah.
enjoy it. Like it just all works.
Yeah.
And I haven't been in an environment like that in a hot minute. I used to be like that. You remember when Logan's Roadhouse was here?
I'm not from here, but
Oh yeah, you're right. A couple years ago, I worked at Logan's Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And it was my first ever job, and I loved it because it was like you said,
Coworkers, bro. Yeah.
it was a fast-paced environment. Like all the older people that work there, they gave me like tips to like help me out when I needed it, and I didn't get in trouble. I didn't get scolded for it,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And it was just a great environment. And then out of nowhere, it shut down. And I was like, damn, I haven't been in an environment like that in a hot minute. You just made me realize that.
What's the worst kind of job to you
The worst kind of job, like on a grand scale that I've had?
on a grand scale?
Okay, I know that there's a saying where it's like, do what you love kind of thing, and that like it's not really a saying. It's like if you love something so much, make it your job
Yeah.
kind of thing. The opposite of that, where it's like you do everything that other people are telling, like it's like an office cubicle. Hey, these papers need to be done by midnight, no exceptions, kind of
Yeah.
thing. I feel like the cubicle, sit on your ass for like 8 hours in front of a computer screen, typing for about 7. You get a 1 hour lunch break. Those kinds of those kinds of jobs. I feel like that's the worst kind.
I see it.
'Cause it's just
I think
lifeless.
a little more nuance is needed because some
Mhm.
jobs like that are different. Like me, I'm probably going to be doing a lot of that, not in a cubicle. But I'm probably
Right.
doing a lot of sitting doing that because I'm going to be editing, doing video
well,
and
because
stuff.
that'll be in your own
That'll be-
personal
yeah,
space.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
So-
the space you know.
In general, when I'm talking professional, like even like now, let's say base level jobs, I want a job that can accommodate me like the most possible.
Right.
So, what accommodates me? Something where, like I said, it's fast paced. You're kind of always being able to do something. Something where I'm not really being micromanaged.
Right.
Somewhere where I can probably have my own distractions while I work, such as like music, being on my phone like every now and then, just having the freedom to do that. Certain accommodations. For me, that's like what makes a good job. So like that could be like the cubicle thing. Like let's say I got a cubicle job, but I can listen to music while I work,
Right.
or I can watch the football game on my phone while I work.
Right.
Like there's there's different perspectives to it. So
True.
like, I think it's preference, bro.
Yeah.
Like for me, it's the environment. For you, it's the like
the work
the
itself.
miscellaneous. Yeah, the miscellaneous work itself.
Because
Yeah.
like, and to be fair, that image of that is probably in my head. Because you know how like almost in every Disney movie, well, I wouldn't say Disney movie, like a majority of movies about where it's like a character, he's working a dead end job, and then something happens to where he springs up and he's like, oh, I love life now, blah blah blah. Like that's kind of those kind of movies. You know what I'm talking about? I've seen a bunch of those, and that just kind of put in my mind an office cubicle space, like where you're just typing in front of a computer, is like the worst job.
Yeah.
And it
like,
kinda,
like The Incredibles.
Yeah, like The Incredibles. Yeah, that's like the perfect example of it. But I don't know though. I definitely understand how you're saying it though, because like it puts another like perspective. You said it adds to it. Where in the sense of like, oh yeah, I work an office cubicle job, but I can listen to music and watch the game whenever I want. Stuff like that. And so it's just like those kinds of jobs that's like a compromise almost.
Yes.
Where it's kind of like, yes, you work in this job where you're typing on a computer all day.
But you're accommodated the way you want to
but
be. So
you can get a mini fridge, we put some coffee in there.
Exactly.
Like, you can listen to your music as long as it's not disturbance, like stuff like that.
You get it. You get it.
Yeah.
So let's want to move on to here. Some new music. Oh my God, I just turned to a demon. Some new music has been out. You know what I'm saying? We've been gone for what, like, it's just a summer, man, for like 3 or 4 months. That's enough time for some stuff to release.
I think quite literally, not 3 months exactly, but close to 3 months.
A lot of hip hop hasn't been released as much as I really thought at the beginning of the year. You know, like you got a lot of artists who didn't really drop last year, like your J. Cole's, Uzi's. Drake's gonna drop every year, obviously. Like Playboy Cardi or whatever have you, right? We've only gotten like maybe 3 or 4 like big hip hop albums so far this year.
Yeah.
We got an Uzi one, we got a Travis Scott one, and there's a third one. Who dropped another hip hop album this year?
Hold on, let me check. I actually, funnily enough, I have that website still pulled up. Let's see, we got Quavo apparently released an album.
Oh yeah, that was like recently. I'm thinking of somebody like early in the year, like right before Uzi did, but they didn't go number 1. Was it Dirk?
I know it was Trippie Redd. A Love Letter to You 5.
That was also recent.
And then GTO, It's Myself. Big Yavo with Proof. I'm trying to see. Hard Rock Records.
But on the topic, I've heard some good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like that Travis Scott's albums. I think it's good. It's not Astro World, but it's really, really good for what it is.
I still need to listen to it. I've listened to about 2 of the songs, and so far I like them.
I don't really hate any song, but there's songs that I like way more than other songs.
Like on the tier list.
Like none of them are like bad to me personally.
Is it? You said earlier that's like it's not Astro World. Are you saying that like people think that Travis Scott
people are expecting to be Astro World like this?
Right. They're this like.
Yeah, like a
distorted,
and
very
in some
basic.
ways it is like Astro World. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's plenty of like soundscapes in there, noises to like
that's Astro World.
Get you in that world. But with Astro World, it was just like Astro World had a darker vibe, but it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like even from the album cover, you know what I'm saying? It's like a brightly colored place you want to be, and even in what's the new one? Utopia.
Yeah.
Utopia is like a dark cover, so you're getting that more dark atmosphere.
Yeah.
In your album.
And plus, like a lot of new listeners to Travis Scott, they hear Astro World and like, oh my god, that's how this dude makes all of his songs.
Facts.
Like the new people that are listening to Travis Scott, they're like, he made Astro World. Astro World was in Fortnite.
Don't arrest me, but I did not listen to Astro World until like 3 years after it came out. I never heard it before that.
Honestly, I only really listened to it because of peer pressure.
Besides Sicko Mode, obviously.
Oh yeah, Sicko Mode. Yeah.
I would assume you've been a Travis fan, bro, because you like Travis a lot, right?
I'm gonna be honest. I used to love Travis Scott. I used to listen to all this like Goosebumps. Obviously,
it's like whenever I ride in a car with you, which is not all that often as you would think.
But like Travis Scott,
heard Travis Scott pretty much every time.
I don't know. It's just like when I was younger, I thought listening was so cool. I was like, dude, I'm listening to Travis Scott.
Yeah.
And then as I got older, I just kind of liked the way he made his music. And then Astro World came out. I won't lie, I was listening to that. You can still see in my like not winter rewind, my like Spotify rewind.
Yeah.
There's at least one Astro World song on there with like a couple plays.
I mean, it's a good album, bro.
It's a good album, but I will say I kind of like listened to it a little too much, and like I've fallen to that like Travis Scott, he made Astroworld. That's how all of his music sounds, kind of people.
True.
And then Utopia was like a gentle reminder of like, hey, Travis Scott doesn't only make he doesn't only make Astroworld. Like he actually has other like kinds of music that he makes. Are you looking up the album right now?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Here, while you're doing that, let's talk about, while he's doing that, let's quickly talk about what's been going on in football. Now, recently, I know some of y'all saw that Arkansas State-Oklahoma game. We're not going to talk about it. 73-80. And then a game that I honestly was really interested in was, let me find it. I think it was...
Okay, yeah.
Oh, you got it? Okay. Back to our daily schedule.
No.
We'll cut it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. We're not gonna cut anything out. I was lying to you. I was gaslighting you.
Oh,
I was texting somebody.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we have football. So NFL is finally back. I'm
NFL is back.
a huge football fan.
And?
Like, I am such a huge football fan. I will put like 200 plus hours in a Madden just straight up simulating seasons. Not even like playing online. Like
Just watching,
like
just
the GM,
watching like the
coach.
standings and
Yeah, like
That's
I
dope.
love
That's fun.
football, bro. But I'm a Panthers fan. We're gonna make this quick. Maybe we don't got a lot of football fans, but we'll make it semi-quick. I'm a Panthers fan. We sucked for a long time.
We suck.
I've been in the dark ages for a while. You know what I'm saying? So now we finally got our number one pick. You know what I'm saying? We got our QB here. So the season is it's looking up for us.
It's looking promising.
But I don't think we're gonna win anything because everybody is so good. You have so many good quarterbacks everywhere.
Right.
You got so many like good defenses you got to deal with. Our division sucks, thankfully, which it always kind of has. But man, I'm so excited for the season. I've been just a football overloaded like the past 2 weeks.
Dude, I'm the same way, but like I more so like college football, but at the same time I don't mind watching the NFL. Like both are good. I don't know why. Something about like the atmosphere of college football.
It's for me. It's not just wanting to watch it. It's I already have to remember like all the NFL players' names and like every team. And like when it's college, it's like damn, I gotta learn all names.
All these new names, yeah.
And half of these motherfuckers, I'm gonna be in a.
They're gonna be on the bench.
In a league. Yeah, they're not gonna see them in like 2 years. So it's like damn, why?
Yeah.
But I get it. Yeah, I love college too, bro. Like I watch every college game also.
But like okay, it's weird. I think of like I can know some college teams. I don't know all of them, but I know enough to like enjoy the sport.
Right.
With the NFL, like it feels very like I don't know how to word this. It's so weird. Like I like watching the NFL.
Yeah.
But it kind of feels it just
too
doesn't
artificial.
feel right. Yes, too artificial. That's the perfect way to describe it. Like it doesn't feel right.
Of course, because in the NFL, here's the difference, and that is a good observation because it's true. The NFL, I can see how it comes off as more artificial because everything is way more straight laced up there. You got way more like disciplined grown men because in college you're dealing with like teenagers and kids, so they're like straight out of high school.
Yeah,
they still got all that angst and emotion,
that
and shit,
ego kind of
which
stuff.
is why they're kind of more fun to watch in some ways because you got so much emotion in like every game, right?
Yeah, they got character development.
And it's like we're in college ourselves.
Right.
Going to like, and we don't have a football team, but imagine if we had like a home football team. Those crowds care so much about those teams because that is literally their team.
That's where they're
in the NFL, you have teams for like, I feel like, not in the NFL, but like, even in the NBA, you have teams for like an entire country.
Right.
Like Canada and Toronto or whatever. In the NFL, it's the same thing. You got teams for like entire states of people. So it's like less of a, I guess it's like less of a connection you feel, so it's not as like a passionate thing. But even then, it's still like very much an emotional game, especially more like the New York teams. Jets fans are crazy. Bills fans are crazy. Pittsburgh fans were always pretty crazy. Who else you got? Like we know now, like KC fans they're a little crazy.
They're a little crazy.
Yeah, they're getting up there, man. Like. It's very much just like the difference in maturity and just what the standard is. Because the standard in college is like way more low than it is in the NFL. Like in the NFL, they don't want you like celebrating after every single play, doing all this ton and stuff. They want you to like get right back on. We're here to work. We're here to win. In college, we're just here to progress you. We're here to like help you get there.
Yeah.
And have fun while doing it.
And like
it's more of a lenient thing.
Plus, like you can definitely see like a whole difference in like the crowds themselves because usually at college games it's like the families, the big friend groups, stuff like everyone there knows another person, kind of thing because they're all so connected. And then in NFL, you have, Brad and Tamitha's family with 3 kids
Right.
sitting right next to this other family,
Right.
and they're just like arguing with each other about teams. Like, there are more random people in an NFL game, but it seems like not to be cliche, but it's like you have a family in a college.
Yeah, exactly.
Because everyone there, like, you have at least seen you've seen them more than once.
You've seen them more than once, and even then, if you're wearing like school colors, I mean, like, I don't know if we gotta go to a U of A game. I'm going one this
Dude,
season with my homie Taylor.
I need to also. I haven't been to U of A game in a hot minute.
We can do that, dude. We can do that.
I went to one like late. What am I talking about? I went to one like in my early years.
If you go to like any college game and you're wearing like the home team's colors, man, like just go to the random drunk dude beside you. He'll probably hand you a beer.
It just
like
feels.
it's
It just feels right.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
I feel like the thing is too is like, say that you like an NFL team, you're overrated. But then the second you like a college team, you're like, oh, that's an underrated pick.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it's like,
well, first of all, there's so many college teams too.
Oh, there's like
it's like
a ton.
10 times the college teams there are NFL teams, really. But I agree. I think that's a stark difference to remark, and that's a good observation from you, sir.
Right. And plus, it's just like, I don't know, it just actually, like, I hate to be cliche again, but it just feels like a family.
Yeah.
Like, when you have on your, like, the colors of them, or, like, some kind of merch, you feel accepted immediately without a doubt.
Yeah.
But then you put on, like, and this is just my opinion of it personally. Obviously, I'm open to other opinions about it. But, like, you put on an NFL jersey, and you get called, like, oh, court, like it's some random player's jersey.
Right.
And it's like, there are people like, oh, you like him, you're overrated. It's him that's all about. And they're like, oh, wow, get out of here, that's such a bad... And they're just mean for no reason.
Yeah, I mean...
Like, you have to dress to, like, impress kind of thing.
It's the tribalism there, too. And NFL fans just... There's dicks anyway.
True.
Just go on Twitter.
Yeah.
They're not nice people. New games that are out, too. Starfield.
Dude.
It did just release. We were talking about that a lot before it came out.
Dude, Starfield...
That was, like, our main... little game.
Well, because it was bad, like, it's just really, really, like, I just get really nervous about, like, game studios like Bethesda.
Right.
Where, like, you've seen, like, you've played Fallout 4, right? Have you seen gameplay of it? Like, Fallout 4 looks polished. There are some areas where it's like, and then 76 came out and just dropped them to the ground. Because 76 was a nightmare being released. And it was something none of them wanted. They wanted a new Fallout multiplayer game.
76 did kind of ruin everything.
Oh yeah, 76 ruined everything.
Because, I mean, Fallout 4 didn't... enough people loved Fallout 4. Like, a lot of people liked it, but enough people loved it to where it was like a step in the right direction. But people still, like... It still had its problems, you know what I'm saying?
But compared to Fallout 76...
Compared to Fallout 76, it had, like, no redeeming qualities.
Fallout 76...
That's just a difference. Fallout 4 had redeeming qualities.
Yeah,
even though
76 was just
weird.
Bad.
Yeah.
And when they released the trailer for Starfield, a lot of people... I don't know if you've watched it before, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you know... I enjoy, like, animation and stuff like that. Like, I can see small things in animation that, like no one else could really find out.
Yeah.
In the sense of, like, they use... Like, view model animations? It's basically your arms and the gun in, like, a first-person shooter. That's your view model. And, they used similar...
Oh, like point of view?
Yeah, like POV animation.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And in the Starfield trailer, there were a lot of animations that were very similar to Fallout 4's. Like, how you run a certain way in that game?
Because, man, it's like Bethesda's, like, it's their own studio, so they're going to be, like, using in-house stuff. Right. And to be fair, a lot of other games do that, too. Like, they reuse animations and assets from their games just because, one, it's easier.
Cuts time.
It's theirs.
Budget.
They did it.
True.
So, I mean, why not? But it's kind of lazy at some points. And with Bethesda, bro, you've had, like 7 years to, like, do this, bro. Yeah, you can't keep getting away with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but...
You can't keep getting away with this.
I actually watched one of my buddies play Starfield first because he bought the $30 edition, or $30. He got the, like, upgraded $30 edition, which was like $90.
$30. Oh.
It's like you
30.
you get access to, like, the pre-release beta.
Oh yeah.
Which really that just means you get to play the game before everyone else, and then you get some, like, exclusive gear, weapons, and that's it. And I watched him play it. Honestly, it's really polished.
It look cool.
It looks
polished. Cool. It looks cool.
The only big thing, and this is more of a personal problem with me, like, okay, about, like, frames per second, like 60 frames is, like, really smooth.
Yeah.
It runs at 30 frames no matter what.
On the console, 30.
Yeah, which he told me that.
I don't like that.
He was like,
but
yeah. He's like, yeah, it's only in 30 frames. Like, you can't. Is there no like change where you can make it like their preference? Whoa.
On PC, you can get up to 100, but not everybody. That's what any game with PC.
Yeah.
Damn near. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got enough, strong enough PC, you can do that. But most people don't have it, and 30, bro, that's not the standard anymore. It's just not.
It's really not, because like
it's just not.
They made the technology. They specifically said when they were releasing like the new Xbox Series S and X, the PS5, they were like, games will always be played at 120 to 60 frames per second. And then, like for instance, with Xbox, they promised with like going back to crossplay, playing 360 games, that they would like FPS boost them. You get a frames per second boost because you're playing on a newer machine. They didn't bring that. And so all your old games were stuck at like 30, 15 frames, and it made playing them unbearable. Because the new standard now is 60 frames or nothing.
Yeah.
If it's not 60 frames, then we're not playing it. I literally have put down, what was that one game that came out? It was a game where it was like survival. It was like a survival aspect with robots in it that would kind of hunt you down, like Horizon Zero Dawn, but more realistic.
Yeah.
And I remember I put it down because it was 30 frames a second.
Bro,
I couldn't play it because I was like, I don't like this at all.
Call it bougie all you want, bro, but sometimes, man, that 30 just ain't hitting at all.
It just feels like you're driving in a really, really bad like Toyota Cruise or something like that.
But to end the remarks on Starfield, it looks like a cool game. It is a cool game. It's definitely playable.
Right.
It's like it reaches a niche that some people like. Like I have No Man's Sky. That is my niche. If it came out, I would probably get it at some point in time. I wouldn't be rushing to get it. I won't lie.
You would wait till it goes on sale.
I expect a little more. Yeah, like I am doing with Madden right now. Don't even start on Madden. That shit sucks. That company sucks.
Dude, 2K. No, Madden doesn't.
That's EA. They're worse. I promise you, they're worse. But I've been playing. I bought like every new game that's coming out. Like Remnant 2. I love that game. It's basically like a soul shooter game. It has like aliens and cool shit. Really? Badass game. Armored Core, I got that.
Yes,
how is that? Game. It's great. I've played it. It's really, bro. I'm daring to have so many mental breakdowns playing the bosses on that game, bro.
Okay. I saw the trailer for that game, and I was like, okay, this looks like a fun game. And then I saw someone making gameplay of them like trying to dodge all the rockets and stuff. And I was like,
it's a really niche game,
right?
Because it's a learning curve too. Because it doesn't work how like other games would work. Like your dodges, usually in games there's something called like a shadow dodge animation, like to where you dodge anything that's happening will just go
right through you.
In Armored Core, there's like projectiles, torpedoes. So you dodge on there, you have to like literally move in the opposite direction that it's going. If you dodge and it still hits you, it's going to hit you.
Right.
Like there's not that same thing. So even with stuff like that, bro, it's a crazy game. The bosses are hard because it's made by the same people who made Elden Ring and Soul Series. Yeah.
I didn't know that. Elden Ring and then not Dark Souls. I think Dark Souls was a completely different game.
The Souls games were made by the same people who made Elden Ring. I can't think of their name, man. Not Obsidian, but
no, I think it's Obsidian. Let me look up
Obsidian.
Elden Ring
developer.
Because
they made like the most like. That's their type of game, like those combat boss games.
From Software.
From Software, yeah. From
Software
games. So it's gonna be complex. It's gonna be hard to get, but it's so satisfying when you beat people on there.
Oh yeah,
and that's the main part. That's what we're looking for.
Right.
We need that dopamine in our system.
That dopamine.
And to end off, I've been playing. Finally, been able to play Baldur's Gate 3.
Ooh.
On console.
How is that?
Great.
Is it like actually a lot of? Is it cheesy?
It is a lot. It's not cheesy. It is not cheesy.
Okay.
It just like how D&D is like it can be as easy as you want it to be, or it can be as
hard
unforgiving as you want it to be. It's just like that, and it is so like, bro, you can do anything for real. Like you really can do anything. You can progress your story in different ways. And here's one thing I like: you probably will die a lot.
Right.
Because it's turn based. It's a lot of strategy involved, and two, it can just get taxing as you go on in a battle. Like if some battles, I went on for like 30 minutes dang there, bro, because it's just that strategic of a thing to do. But it's so fun and engaging the whole time.
It feels right. It feels fun.
And if you don't like the turn-based stuff, I'm pretty sure there's a setting where you can just switch it to regular.
Like regular combat?
Yeah, regular combat, to where you don't got to point and click. You can just do it.
Right.
I don't want to do that though, because it's a D&D game. I want to.
You want to feel
experience.
You want to feel like you're in D&D.
But man, it's really cool. You can either fight or persuade your way out of situations.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have a bill where I'm good at persuading, so some fights I can just fake intimidate them. You can disguise yourself as like other races and stuff, so that depending on where you go, people will either be scared of you or they'll just think you're a punk or whatever. Just based on it's an in-depth game, and I'm loving it right now. Not barely even touched the surface of it either.
I know,
it's like 100 plus hours.
Because I was eyeballing that game too, and I kept seeing clips of like them actually rolling for certain things. I don't know, like
you roll for everything too. Yeah, that's why I also.
That's also something really cool because it's not just a like does it work? Like it's not.
You can change the die too. You can also change it.
That's
you
awesome.
can change it.
That seems so fun.
Mine was blue.
Both of those games I 100% want to get because like.
Got to, bro. They're great.
It's just a $60 price.
And I'm going to get Mortal Kombat when it comes out.
Oh right, dude.
Payday 2 is coming out. Like
Payday 3.
It's a lot of heat. Payday 3, yeah. A lot of heat in the bank.
A lot of heat in the bank. A lot of heat. Still in the oven, though. But anyway.
Oh yeah, so I found a Reddit post. I want to hear your thoughts on it.
You were talking about this before we started recording.
Yes, I want to hear your thoughts on it because it goes to like something wider.
Right.
So this is from Reddit r/am I wrong?
Oh, okay. Like,
so
am I wrong?
They're asking, am I wrong for doing this or what? Right.
Okay.
I want to read it. I'm a male, 27, and she's a female, 23. We have been friends for the last few years. I asked her out on a date twice. She said no twice. Last time I asked her out, it was November 22nd. Once she said no the second time, I put my feelings for her aside and continued being good friends with her. We are very close. She knows pretty much everything about me. And I would like to think I knew her. Over the weekend we were out. I wasn't drinking. She was. She took me to one side. She told me she wanted to talk to me. She told me she was falling in love with me. That she'd be feeling this way for a while. She cried. I told her that I felt the same, but we should talk about it more when she was sober. I walked her home, but we went around our small town for hours just talking. The next day when we were sober, she told me she didn't mean what she said. She was sorry for playing with my emotions, but she didn't give me any explanation as to why she said it. The conversation happened about 12 hours ago. My heart is broke. I said some pretty vulnerable things to her when she was drunk. Things that cannot be unsaid. Now that I made myself vulnerable with her, for her to take back everything she said to me when she was drunk, it does make me angry. I'm angry because she knew I had a thing for her, and I felt like she just wanted attention on this one night, and it was an easy place to get it. I just want to... I didn't mean to laugh. Why not? I just want to move on. I don't feel like I'm going to be able to continue to be myself around her. I feel like the friendship we have has changed because of the lies over the weekend, and I genuinely feel like a fool for falling for it all. I don't know what the right thing to do is. The reason I laugh because Reddit is... Not because of what he said is wrong, or we're going to get into that, but just sometimes read your Reddit posts. It's like, well, people actually talk like this.
I know. It's like, what?
But did you kind of get the gist of what happened, basically?
Yeah, that's weird.
It is weird.
Okay. I mean, I don't know how to go by that,
just for some comments on here so we can bounce off of. One person said, she seems like she doesn't know what the fuck she wants. Sounds like events occur out of your life. Smael said, or it's worse and she likes having a backup. She plans to always keep OP's arm within arm's length. And if she does not meet the man of her dreams, she'll settle for the guy who she knows adores her. Right. OP, you're not wrong to ditch her with the knowledge of your past feelings. Her behavior was just cruel. That's what they're saying.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
I would say, just to start off, that's a hard situation to be in because I feel like a lot of people have been into it, but I think it just depends. One, it depends on how close y'all turn to a demon again.
You need some water?
No, I'm good. It depends on how close they are, dude, because severing a connection is like not something easy to do.
You can't repair it.
When it's like already like deep embedded and like you two are like cool. It's hard to just let that go just like that. So I feel that aspect. Do you say how you feel? Now I'll ask you the question that I want to bounce off with it.
I don't know. It's just a very I don't know. Because the thing, that comment earlier where you were talking about how some dude said that like she was using you as a backup. Yeah. Like that scenario is very much so there because she's keeping you at arm's length, but just enough to where like you can do something.
Kind of like she knows that that's kind of what you want, so she kind of gives you the idea that it's possible.
She teases
for a moment. Yeah.
Yeah. She it's like a teaser trailer, and then she's like, "Oh, you can't see the full thing. Sorry."
Well, I mean,
I guess
I guess it's pretty cut. No, you're right. I guess it's pretty cut and dry like that.
Yeah.
It's not the right thing to do. You could go about it better. whatever you want to say, whatever the opinion is. My question is, do you think it's possible for a male to still be like friends with a female after a situation like that, like that he really really likes her, and not in like a, because I saw another comment that said not in like a some people will call this predatory, or like you just wanting a whatever you call it, like you being horny or whatever,
right?
Or you just wanting that from the relationship. But
but
the nuance part was like, it's not that, or maybe I just already have enough friendships and stuff to manage, and I don't want to give her all the benefits and the attention of having a boyfriend while not having any of the benefits of having a girlfriend myself. And then they also said, what did they also say? Aside from like not having like the benefits of it, it was like, why would I put myself through that and just sever it? Because somebody else said that you could just be like, hey, I understand that I have feelings for you. Like, you should tell her that you have feelings for her in the first place, right?
Right.
That's something you should just do.
Yeah, I mean, that's
but with them doing that, be like, hey, if you don't feel the same way, that's completely fine. But I just don't feel like I have the willpower or what it is to. That's a weird way of wording. I'm just trying to find ways to word it.
No, I get what you're trying to say. Though. I do get what you're trying to say.
Yeah, it's like I don't have the willpower to stay out through this kind of relationship that we have, and also have it be viable to me,
right?
So where you can sustain it.
No, yeah, I get what you're saying. I do get a lot of what you're saying, and that stuff, like, it's possible, but it's.
I think it is possible. I think it's very possible because I've done it before.
Right.
A lot of times. I think if the person's like, if you think she's cool enough to where like you could see yourself. To me, when you're looking for a girlfriend, it should be somebody you could be friends with too. Like, it should be somebody you're cool enough to be like,
yeah.
Because I think you should start off as friends if you're with a girlfriend. You start off like knowing a person, like just generally, right?
That's how Ashley and I are.
Yeah.
That's how, because we used to just hang out, like when we first met.
Yeah.
We just hung out all the time, and it didn't matter what we were doing. We would find a way to make it fun.
Yeah.
Like, we just, like, it would be 10 p.m. going to 5 in the morning, like sun's coming up.
So theoretically, if you could be really good friends with someone, hoping for them to be your girlfriend, you could just be friends with them, and because like I think at some point, bro, dudes, I don't want to say we, but like let's just say we, because I'm a dude. We just gotta be like, bro, it's not gonna happen. Just be content with what you get and just keep on looking, bro. Because I think it's better to at least have that person as like a companion still, even though it's not in like the most sexual way or whatever, than to like just let them go out of your life completely.
Right. I kind of get that, because it's like, that's very much so what happened with Ashley and I, in the sense that we used to just hang out. Like, we used to just enjoy, not used to, like it didn't like it stopped happening, but when we first met, we used to just do everything together. And then that kind of grew the relationship. And I, funnily enough, when you were saying earlier where like guys have to be in their head like, it's not going to work, it's not going to happen, just give up, I was thinking the opposite of that, and I was thinking, oh, okay, what's the word, like if I don't shoot my this sounds really weird.
Oh yeah, like what's the worst thing?
If I don't do it, I'm gonna regret it.
Yeah.
If I don't,
or if I do it, will just ruin everything. Or if I do it, we'll still be able to just be like, okay, I understand.
Like, okay,
can we still be friends? Because that's a real concern.
Yeah, and that's how. And I just flipped it around on its head and said, what's the worst that could happen? Like, if I don't say it, I know I'm gonna think about how I didn't say it, and I'm gonna regret that I didn't say it, and then that would like I just missed that perfect moment to do it, and now I have to wait for another one.
Bro, but I really do think some people like were just, because it's so circumstantial that it's just hard to generalize.
Right.
Because some people, if you do it, that could just ruin the whole like
the whole
relationship,
the whole day,
and like it can never be the same because that person may not like have known for real. And like in that case, we went over that person. He made it sound like she knew, whatever the case may be. He made it sound like that. Well, blah blah blah. But some people like don't know. And that just catches them off guard, and it's like, I mean, wow, this kind of changes the whole dynamic of our relationship. You know what I mean? So we can't continue. But for me, I'm like, man, it's very much possible to do, bro. If you're into a girl, bro, you should be into. Some people's different. Like, I'll give like 1 or 2 obsessions, like through your whole like lifetime. Maybe there's like 1 or 2, because some people there's the one. Well, like some people. Yeah, there's the one, right?
Right.
But man, 9 times out of 10, dude, you can still be friends with her, bro. Because if if you're willing to go through trying to make her your girlfriend, you got to start out with a process. And if you can see yourself being friends with her, to being a girlfriend, you should be able to see yourself staying friends with her.
Right.
Do that.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a lot, but that makes sense. I like that.
Good.
I like that. But to get into the last thing that you have prepared, I believe you, unless you have something else on the docket. I believe we have a match to
I
attend.
don't think so, but yeah, we did have a quick little match for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
What's it?
get it prepared.
While DeMonte is loading up the oh, never mind. He might have it ready right now.
I might have it ready right now.
He may have beat me to it.
Damn right, I got it ready.
You got it ready.
So, in commemoration of season 3, we have a quick little match for you guys.
Right.
It's a very bloody one. It's a very gruesome one. These are two of the most dangerous men I have ever met in my life. These are two of the most gruesomest warriors I have ever seen.
Who are they? Who are these warriors?
These warriors are George R.R. Martin and George Lucas. Battle of the Bloody Georges.
Oh, one
Who's
George got to come out on top.
One
Okay.
George gotta come out, man.
So left one is who was left again? George R.R. Martin.
That's the dude who made Game of Thrones.
Oh,
and the other
right.
one's the dude, Game of Thrones and like Dune and stuff. And the other one's the dude who made Star Wars.
And so okay, wait. Repeat. I'm starting to confuse them in my head. Left one is James
R.R. Martin.
James R.R. Martin.
George
that's
Lucas.
George Lucas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I know that that guy on the left. I know he's tall, isn't he? He's kind of beefy. He's kinda
No,
tall,
George R.R. Martin. I think he's short.
Is he really? Here, let me get some stats. Pull up.
Look, we got
Let
look
me
up the
pull
fighter
up the
stats.
stats. So George R.R.
I'll look
Martin.
up George Lucas.
Height. He is. Oh, he's 5. Oh my God, he looks like a little goblin.
I'll tell you, he's short,
He's
bro.
5'6".
Yikes.
I forgot. I was probably getting him confused for another.
George
person.
Lucas is 5'6".
He's 5'6".
George Lucas is 5'6".
Okay, so there's no height difference.
That's insane.
There's no height difference.
Okay.
Do they both look like?
And they're both old.
They're both old.
Like,
They
both
both
literally they're the same
They
age.
both have bad glass. They both have
George
bad
R. Martin's
eyesight.
definitely more fat though. Not that there's
Right.
anything wrong with that. He's
No,
he's
yeah.
an old guy.
He kinda
but
looks like-
he's definitely more big.
He kind of looks like a leprechaun. Like that's so mean to say. But he kind of looks like a leprechaun.
Man,
I don't know, dude. Honestly, I feel like George.
I don't
Lucas-
think either of them have definitely ever been in a fight.
Oh no, no.
You don't watch South Park, do you?
Oh yeah, I used to watch
South Park had a George R.R. Martin like Game of Thrones episode where
Mhm.
he was like obsessed with penises because I never watched Game of Thrones, but apparently there's a lot of dicks.
Oh yeah,
in
there's a
there.
lot of nudity in it.
There's a lot of nudity in it. So like that was just a whole episode like them writing a script for him and him like it has penises. It has giant penises swinging everywhere. And I'm like,
Dragon's gotta have a penis.
wow,
And it's just like, oh,
what am I missing out on Game of Thrones? Huh.
something. I don't know if you want to see.
Other than that, I don't know. I mean, I just want to
No,
include
right,
that
right,
in the
right.
battle stats.
Right. So they're both same height. I would assume weight difference. R.R. Martin's probably a little bit heavier.
But definitely a little
But
heavier.
I mean,
Same height, he's definitely
I
heavier.
feel like Lucas is as frail as a leaf.
Yeah, man.
I feel like if you blew on him, he would just float away.
I do not see. Yeah, I don't see George Lucas really getting in many fights, bro.
Yeah.
He's a proud nerd.
He is a proud.
They're both proud geeks or nerds.
But I feel like R.R. Martin would come out on top.
Yeah.
If there was a versus match, because
I'm giving it R.R. Martin. He's got the weight advantage. He's
Right.
probably got the craziness advantage in him too, because Game of Thrones is some crazy shit sometimes.
bro probably got a broadsword stored in the back pocket.
I mean, he's got a South Park episode made out of him. He
Right.
can't say that. Well, actually, yes, he can. They're both in South Park. They're definitely both in South
Oh yeah,
Park.
George Lucas is also
He's
more than
definitely
likely
in
South Park.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm
Giving
taking
it to
George
R.R. Martin.
R.R. Martin.
Yeah, Lucas just kind of blows away like a leaf.
George R.R. Martin wins by way of decapitation.
That's good.
Yeah.
Do we have another? Oh no, we don't have another. That's the only one. Well, it has been a good episode coming
It's been
back.
a good episode. I'm excited for season 3.
I'm excited for season 3. A little rusty coming back. This is the first time we've recorded in about 3 months.
Well, first of all, it's not that he's rusty. He's just a whole other person. He's wearing glasses.
I'm wearing glasses now, and I got a hat
This is
on.
not Aaron.
This isn't me. I have character.
I kind of
development.
just went with it, right? I did kind of just go with it. You're a whole completely different person and I'm
Yeah.
just recording an episode with you.
Yeah.
Like nothing happened.
I wouldn't say I'm a completely different person. I would just say that I got a cosmetic change.
Yeah.
I went to the eShop and bought some.
So you're not an Android.
No, not yet at least.
Okay.
You know Jax from Mortal Kombat?
Yes.
I'm gonna turn into him in like a week. I'm gonna have those bionic arms.
But in the beginning, we asked if you were black, and you said
Oh,
no,
not
you just
yet.
got
No,
glasses.
no, not yet. Not yet. Well, this
Not
is
yet.
not.
Oh, so that's a part of the process. You're
yeah,
eventually
yeah,
gonna.
yeah. I gotta get my vision looked at.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway, guys,
Anyway.
it's been a good episode. Thank
Thank
you
you
all
very
for
much.
watching. We're gonna have many guests on here, and if you want to be on here,
Please
Just
comment down below.
ask.
Just ask us if you have us on social media.
don't walk up and get mad at me saying, "Bro, you haven't had me on." Bro, just ask me. Just
Yeah,
any
just
of us.
I know
Just
some.
ask us.
I know some of y'all watching our social media. I
Yeah.
know some of y'all watching that stuff. So
Oh,
hit us up on.
battle music's playing.
You know what time it is.
We gotta fight.
We gotta-